double homicide.
Humans can be quite creative in the ways they can think to hurt each other and in the ways they can actually end up causing the death of someone else.
Crime investigation is a team effort, according to Dr. Tracy Corey, Chief Medical Examiner for the state of Kentucky. She's one of several investigators who work to unravel the mysteries behind the deaths of the victims who arrive in her autopsy room.
I like puzzles, and every single case presents its own mysteries to try to figure out.
You'll see all that it takes to solve one of those mysteries. A horrific crime. Two lovers found shot to death in this car in an alley. Our cameras are allowed rare access to the death scenes, the investigations, the autopsies, and wherever else the clues and leads take the police. As in the TV drama CSI, there is a cast of fascinating characters who join forces to solve this crime. There's Dr. Corey, the medical examiner, a doctor of forensic pathology. She performs autopsies on all suspicious and unexplained deaths.
My job is to let the victim speak to me, let the victim tell me what they can tell me through the physical evidence.
There's the coroner, Ron Holmes, an elected law enforcement officer who once interviewed serial murderer Ted Bundy. His job is to examine and control the bodies at the scenes.
The crime scene belongs to the police, the body belongs to us.
There's the detective, Chris Middleton, working around the clock before the trail goes cold. His motivation, to solve the case for the loved ones the victims left behind.
I've got a duty to their parents, brothers and sisters and children to find the person responsible for that death.
And there's the mother of the victim, Angela Thompson. Her daughter was gunned down in the alley. She will help investigators any way she can.
I just want to know why. Why? Just why would you want to do? Why?
It all begins with a static-ridden radio call from police dispatch.
425 Charlie, go ahead.
EMS, I've got the vehicle down.
10-4, you're in the alley?
Right behind 946 Beecher.
Coroner Ron Holmes, homicide detectives, including Chris Middleton, and forensic experts race to the scene where they find two dead bodies inside a car.
As best we can tell right now, without opening the car up, there's one person been shot in the side of the head, and the other person we can't tell yet because of the position.
A young man and woman slump in the front seat. Troubled lovers? Maybe.
First thought was murder-suicide. He shoots her, and then he shoots himself.
Holmes, a big fan of his namesake, Sherlock Holmes, deduces that the car has been here for several hours.
It snowed after the car was parked there because there's no tracks in the back of the car.
It's a generally safe, working-class neighborhood. The alley is across from a park, about a mile from the famed Churchill Downs racetrack.
This particular area around here is very, very low in violent crime.
Holmes and other investigators peer into the car, trying to avoid compromising the case.
We certainly don't want to interfere with any evidence that's already there, any physical evidence. We concerned very much about the blood spatter inside, any prints on the car, on the door, on the window.
Holmes, a former criminology professor, is the author of 20 books on crime. One subject he found most disturbing, serial murders. As nightfall approaches and temperatures plummet, the alley is too public and conditions too uncomfortable for investigators to do their work properly. So the coroner and detectives decide to move the death scene, literally.
We'll take the car to a different site and process the scene there.
And in a television rarity, you'll get to see the move. Here, it's gently hoisted up the ramp onto a flatbed truck. Before its ride across town, the car is wrapped in a tarp to conceal the lifeless passengers from prying eyes. For what will be a slow procession through Louisville, forced to inch along with the rest of the rush hour traffic. Less than an hour later, the car, with the victim still inside, is lowered into a warmer and brighter location, a police garage normally used by the Auto Theft Division.
We brought that vehicle to this location so we could do a more thorough and, I guess, better search of the vehicle for evidence.
Working with detectives Coroner Holmes and Deputy Coroner Joanne Farmer helped nail down the victim's identifications. The man through his car and later his driver's license.
His ID's there.
The female victim has no ID on her, but the police are receiving leads about a missing 18-year-old girl. And they believe they have a match based on her tattoos and clothing.
The girl's supposed to be wearing a white jacket, white boots, blue jeans.
She has almost white boots they were talking about.
The cops and crime scene technicians swarm around the car, taking photographs, searching for clues and checking for fingerprints. The coroners are now backing off their murder-suicide theory.
I think it's going to be something else, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Somebody else could have shot both of them. I see personal vendetta here. The wounds are very personal, but now I think it's all homicide.